Are you feeling squeezed by Charleston traffic lately? Maybe you're feeling like Somerville just isn't the affordable, quiet spot that it used to be. If you're nodding your head even a little, you're not alone, and you might be closer than you think to a fresh start. Imagine living where the air feels a little fresher, your yard stretches farther than you ever thought possible, and your weekends feel like a real break, not just running errands in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Ridgeville, South Carolina, the hidden gem for people who want more land, more freedom, more peace without totally disconnecting from the low-country life that they love. And here's the thing, Ridgeville isn't just a great place to live right now. It's predicted to be one of the hottest real estate markets in the Lowcountry over the next few years. So, even if you're thinking short term, this could be a very smart move. Before we jump into what living here is like today, let's take a quick step back. Ridgeville got its start way back in the late 1800s, growing up around the railroad line that connected the Lowcountry to the rest of South Carolina. It was a town built by farmers, loggers, and families who needed land, not skyscrapers. And honestly, the spirit is still here today. You can feel it when you drive through town. It's small, it's proud, and it moves to its own rhythm. People who live here choose Ridgeville. They choose land over traffic, neighbors over crowds, community over convenience. So let's talk about what's drawing new families, retirees, and even investors out here. It all starts with space. In Ridgeville, you're not packed in on a tiny 0.15 acre lot where your neighbor's grill smoke ends up in your kitchen every Saturday. Instead, it's common to find homes sitting on half an acre, 1 acre, or even multi-acre parcels without needing a millionaire's budget. Do you want room for a garden that's bigger than just a few pots sitting on your patio? Maybe you want space to build a big workshop or finally get that backyard pool that you've always dreamed of. Maybe you might want to get some chickens or goats. Out here, it's possible. And it's not just about the square footage, it's about what that space gives you. It's the slower mornings when you sip your coffee on the porch and actually hear the birds singing instead of having the constant hum of cars. It's your kids riding bikes in the driveway until the fireflies come out, without you needing to hover over them every second. It's knowing your neighbors by their name, not just by the make of their car as they drive past your house. Now, let's be real. Ridgeville is not Charleston, and it's not trying to be. But you are about 15 to 20 minutes from Somerville. This is where you'll find grocery stores, restaurants, shops, schools, and healthcare. Instead of big box stores, in Ridgeville, you'll find local diners, hometown businesses, and a community that actually feels like a community. People wave at each other, folks hold the door for you, and life moves just a little slower in the best possible way. Now, if you're wondering about the commute, let's get practical. If you work at Camp Hall, Volvo, or anywhere else near the I-26 corridor in Berkeley or Dorchester counties, Ridgeville is perfect. You are next door to some of the fastest growing job centers in the region without having to wrestle with the endless Somerville or Goose Creek traffic every day. If you're commuting into downtown Charleston, you're going to be looking at maybe a 45 to 55 minute drive, depending on the time of day. Now, that might sound long at first glance, but let's be honest. Between accidents, construction, and daily congestion, even people living right in Somerville can still get stuck for 30 to 40 minutes just trying to make it across town. Sometimes living slightly farther out actually means that you get there faster, as crazy as that may sound. And if you do have the ability to work remotely, even part-time, Ridgeville could be a total game changer for your quality of life. Imagine trading noisy neighbors and crowded streets for quiet mornings and big open skies where you can actually see the stars. Imagine finishing your workday and stepping straight out into your own little piece of paradise, no traffic jam required. Real quick, if we haven't met yet, I'm Deneene, a local realtor helping people just like you find more than just a home. I'll help you find a lifestyle that fits what you're really looking for. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Ridgeville, tap that like button. And if you're dreaming about land, peace and quiet, or a smart investment, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear what your dream property looks like. Here's something that most people don't realize yet. Ridgeville is on the edge of a massive real estate boom. Camp Hall is already bringing thousands of new jobs. Volvo's expansion continues, and industrial development along I-26 is setting up Ridgeville to be one of the next big growth corridors, which means if you buy a home here today, even if you only plan to stay a few years, you could see some real equity gains faster than buyers in more established areas like Somerville or closer to Charleston. And right now, you're still early enough to find big land, affordable homes, and real deals. Now, let's talk about something even bigger than land: freedom. In Ridgeville, you get the freedom to live how you want. You can park your RV or your boat in your driveway without HOA threats. You can start that chicken coop that you've always talked about. You can finally build the giant workshop that you need for your side business or your hobbies without having to beg for permission from an HOA committee. You can plant a garden that's big enough to feed your entire family and then some. It's that old-fashioned roll up your sleeves kind of living, the kind that feels a little harder to come by that's closer to the city. Families I've helped move to Ridgeville tell me the same thing over and over. It's not just about the bigger houses and lots or the lower prices that make this place feel special. It's the feeling, the quiet, the space to breathe, the slower pace that lets you actually enjoy the life that you're working so hard to build. I'll be honest, Ridgeville is growing. Developers have started to notice what a special place this is, and new neighborhoods are popping up here and there. But Ridgeville's leadership is being thoughtful about growth. They're working hard to preserve the small town charm and wide open spaces that make this place so special in the first place. You'll find a mix of options from brand new homes with all of the modern upgrades to classic country homes with land, character, and room to make them your own. And here's something else to keep in mind. Ridgeville is still one of the few places in the Lowcountry where you can find a large lot without having to pay luxury home prices. That window is closing on a lot of other towns, but for now, Ridgeville still offers the kind of opportunities that are getting harder and harder to find anywhere else. If you're tired of feeling boxed in, tired of spending every weekend stuck in traffic, tired of paying top dollar for homes that barely give you a patch of grass to call your own, maybe it's time to look at Ridgeville. Now, just being real, there are a few things that you'll want to think about. Internet access can be a little bit slower in some pockets, although it is improving fast. You'll also want to double check zoning if you do plan to build or farm. And as I mentioned before, you're going to be driving just a little bit further. But for a lot of people, those tiny trade-offs are worth it for the space, the peace, and the potential that Ridgeville offers. Here's the big picture. If you wait a few years, Ridgeville could look very different. Prices are rising, land is being sold, new communities are coming, but right now, you still have the chance to buy into Ridgeville before the room really takes off. Whether you're planning to stay forever, build your dream home later, or just make a smart move for a few years. Because in Ridgeville, you're not just buying a house, you're buying a better way of living. To learn more about the other areas of Charleston, make sure to watch this video where I talk about the top 10 suburbs of Charleston. And if you're ready to make the move, reach out today. You can send me an email, shoot me a text, or just pick up the phone and call. I'm here to help you figure out if Ridgeville is right for you. No pressure, no hype, just honest, real help finding the place that fits your life, your dreams, and your future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another Lowcountry Insider tip. Thank you so much for joining me. So long for today.